Wow, look at that mess, huh, guys? Oh, hey, look, there's a system. There's a system. There's a system. There's a system. There's a box. There's some more crap that good old Uncle Joe's going to be showing us. So we'll just go ahead and flip that some gun round. I'm just kidding. I'm not your uncle that I know of. Hey, guys. Update from yesterday, along with a few things came in that I was expecting and whatever. First off, that box I bought yesterday that had 8 Nintendo products in it, including the Game Boy Color, the SP, the Game Boy Advance, and the 5 Nintendo DS and 3DSs. I was able to return to functionality 3 of them. I was unable to get the 3DS to boot into its home menu, which is turning out to be a very common problem on Google and Nintendo forums. So I think that one's dead. I'm going to keep my eyes open, and if a unit with like broken screens happens to become available, I'm going to pick that up, use the motherboard off of it, and put it into that case, and hopefully that will fix it. It must be some kind of weird thing with the BIOS. It's just not accepting it, and it won't allow the system to boot. So first one I got completed yesterday was the yellow Game Boy Color. And remember, I said it had no sound, so I changed the speaker. I actually pulled the one out of the Game Boy Advance and wired it in. But I completely disassembled it, took a toothbrush and scrubbed it with some hot soapy water, dried it off, put it all back together. It actually works pretty damn good now and looks good while doing it. Yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out, and I was going to change the glass on here, but I may just sell it the way it is. They're only original ones, so, and I'll probably just leave that Bug's Life in it when I sell it. The Mario Edition one, I took everything out of that second Mario Edition one I found and mixed it with another black unit that was in that box, because the red pieces, the original like bottom and the inside on the back of the hinges was all worn. So I swapped it all out, and she looks pretty damn good now. One thing I did do was I took and installed a new touchscreen, because the touchscreen wasn't terrible, but it was scratched up kind of bad. I bought a bunch of these from a company called MuchBuy. I'm not flicking you off, these fingers are up too. But I bought a bunch of these replacement touchscreens, and you just got to be really careful, okay? Don't do it if you don't think you can handle it, because you can really screw these things up, break all the connections and stuff. But now it's got beautiful screens, works perfect, loads everything right up. Well, you know, as fast as a DS can load them up anyways. So yeah, I'm happy. This replaces the one that I sold that I didn't want to sell, but I got too much money for it. So, and I kind of like it better with the black bottom. Let me know what you think. Next, obviously we had the DSi. This is the one where the game cartridge would go down but pop right back out because the spring was bad. So all I did was I created a space in there where I just took out the spring. So now you just have to push the game all the way in manually. And then once you do that, the system works fine. So just load it right up. I gotta delete all the other stuff off this thing because some dude took a bunch of really bad pictures with the camera that was on here. And then I'm waiting for some touchscreens to come in for this one and the blue one, because they're both scraped up, although this one less than the other one. My intention is to sell the blue one and keep this one, because with the damaged port, I don't think I'd get as much, although it really doesn't really do anything to the system. It's not original anymore, so I might not get as much. And then, as you recall, there were parts in there, so I took a bunch of parts out. There was another gold one in there. The case was all hacked up and beat up, so I took all the parts I wanted and put them into this one. So now this one works really good. I was thinking about changing the touchscreen, but it's really not bad enough to warrant changing it. So there you go. I have a Drawn to Life and a Barbie game that I'm going to package with this and put it on eBay. Probably get, you know, 25, 30 bucks for that. And then the silver one. So this one's got some pretty bad scratching on the screens, but other than that, it's not terrible. However, when I was putting it back together, I popped the little tab that keeps the touchscreen down, so I have to go back in there and readjust that, and probably going to wind up having to glue that ribbon cable onto the board because that little plastic piece broke off. Without it, it won't work right, but that's fine. Take me 2 seconds to do that. But otherwise, then there you go. I have, between all of these systems now, out of the 8, I still have the SP I got to go through. Still got to try to get the 3DS parts swapped out. And then the last one, and the one that I figured would be the most messed up, was that other silver one. The one that I showed you that turned on and barely fired up, but then it would burn back out. And here's why. Number one, if you remember, these touchscreens were just destroyed. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. Here, I'll use this. That's a new case that I bought, by the way, and of course I took a bunch of parts and stuff. But right here on the edge of the board, there's a really bad corrosion. I think the top screen went bad and fried it. So yeah, that motherboard is toast. I took the network adapter off of it, and I'll keep the buttons and some of the switches, and the battery was good. So I have enough parts to repair another unit, but yeah, these are just toast. I'm not even going to bother testing or changing the touchscreen for this bottom one because it looks like it's corrupted too. The traces are all fried. So yeah, other than 1 or 2 pieces like the hinges, this thing's just totaled. But you can't win them all, and when you do the math, I basically paid $43 for 8 units, which comes out to, what is that, about $5? So I can't complain about that, especially when you figure that if I just sell these two, that'll probably get me like $50 or so, and that will cover the cost of everything else I did. So then I'll get to keep this one, and then I'll sell the DSi, and then I'll sell the 3DS. I'm getting off topic. Getting back on topic. I ordered a bunch of these screens, and they showed a picture of a tri-wing screwdriver in the ad, but I figured, you know, whatever, it's an ad, that's what they're doing. But no, I now possess a bunch of tri-wings, so luckily I don't think I'll ever run out of those. Got some new styluses in, however these are for the 3DS, didn't realize that. I knew I ordered for both, but of course the ones that show up first are the ones I don't care about. I ordered 2 sets of regular AV cables for the PS2 because all I had were those component cables and they weren't working with my TV, and plus it's easier to sell the PS2s with AV cables because not everybody's TV is going to have component cables. So there you go. And then I don't know if you guys remember this. This was from like my number 5 pickup video. It was that really, really grody PS2 wireless controller. I tore it all the way down, cleaned the stuffing out of this thing, and put it back together. These were so sticky and covered with some kind of, I'm pretty sure it was skin and blech. But yeah, now that's really clean. It works good. I tested it with the system. Still don't have a back to it, but I'll just, you know, that's what that piece of tape was. I was testing it with the batteries. I'll figure something out. It looks like it's just a standard battery cover. Heck, it looks like even a Game Boy Advance cover might fit, or not, a Game Boy Color. Now that I look at it. Yeah, it would be damn close, so I don't know. I'll make something work. And then something I pulled out of storage that I didn't have, and I just want to show it to you guys because it's something everybody should keep, is one of these Motorola Power Bricks. It doesn't have to be Motorola, but I bought a Motorola one because they were on sale at the Verizon store. This one has enough power to charge my Note 4 2 times from dead. So that's pretty damn good, and this charge will last forever if I don't use it. The last time I charged it before today was like 3 months ago, and it still had 3 bars on it. Yeah, it's a good thing to have, and as you see, it's got a micro USB port. Of course, it probably isn't focusing, but micro USB port for plugging in to charge it. It also has a full-size USB port, so you can power other things with this. I've powered little electronics with it. I've used it to bring back to life dead portable DVD players and things like that. So definitely worth the investment if you do anything with electronics, especially when you're an idiot like me and you lost your other USB cable. So, yeah. All right, so that's it tonight. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about what I did. Obviously, these are going to be for sale. If you're interested, I'm also going to have them for trade, so just contact me. Beyond that, I guess that's about it. So, yeah. Live long and perspire. Talk to you guys later.